Hello. I thought I would make a tag. I only have like 3 questions, and here they are. Question 1. I've been thinking of them as I've been walking here, so I don't quite have my wording down pat. But question 1 is, if you could start a new hobby or a new habit or this year, what would that be? Or have you? And what is it? Now, as for me, there's some wretched brat screaming somewhere. Hello, Robin. I came up with a couple of things, actually. Number one is what I'm doing, actually, right now. I want to get more cardio. So I've resolved to go walking every day, because I have really slacked off. For those of you that have known me for some time, I used to be Mr. Fitness. I used to lift weights. I had rather large muscles sometimes, at times. And I was jogging. Well, that all fell by the wayside. And I picked up a lot of weight, especially over this winter. My doctor told me one of my last appointments that he doesn't think I've ever been this heavy. I was, 222 or something like that? And I'm 5'8". So, anyway, so I have resolved to start getting more cardio, to go for a walk every day. And I would like to start jogging again, because I always enjoyed jogging at night in the summertime, under the stars, and especially around the 4th of July, when you hear the pops and crackles and whizzes of holiday fireworks. Let me think. That was one thing. Another thing is I would like to go camping every year like we used to, and I've gotten away from because my parents are usually the ones that go with me and I with them, and they're elderly now and can't go, so I have stopped going and I'm staying home and taking care of them, and I'd like to try and get back to some semblance of that. Question 2. Okay. Do you collect anything? And if so, what? Would you like to collect something? And if so, what? I have started collecting, and I've been collecting for a while, off and on, but then I always end up selling them, but then coming back to it. Typical gay male propensity. A type of doll called Mdvanii, M-D-V-A-N-I-I. But this doll is for adults. It's Barbie sized, 10 inches about. They are created by a jewelry designer artist who is a former protege of Andy Warhol. He's a fashion designer and a jewelry designer and a clothing designer. Quite an avant-garde character, who now lives with his partner in Switzerland. These dolls are anatomically correct, and their clothes are made from antique designer fabrics, and very expensive. They can run up into the thousands. Of course, everything I like is expensive, but they advocate safe sex. The male dolls are sold with condoms, and they're just very highbrow. So I collect those off and on, and I've gone back to collecting them again as I can, because they are very expensive and rare. They're made of resin. The original ones are made of resin, which make them highly breakable, and the newer ones are made of porcelain. Okay, question 3. Have you gone through a life experience that made you resolve to make a change in your life? And did you? Did you stick to it? Did you make it? This last experience I had with the pulmonary embolism and staying in hospital for 4 days, and other trips that I have had in the past to the emergency room, which actually may have been related to my having this lupus anticoagulant and didn't know it. I may have been having blood clots in my past and nobody knew it and it was undiagnosed. But anyway, I've come to, that's the hospital where I was born, by the way. I've come to really feel like I don't want to have any more dogs after Busby, or any more pets in general after Busby and Birdie, because I worried what would happen to them, who would take care of them, would they be taken care of well. It's like having a kid, you know, and you think you're dying. It's like, oh my God, who's going to take care of them? What's going to happen to them? Are they going to wonder where I am? Some people might think that's silly who don't feel an attachment for pets as I do, or others who do. But yeah, so I felt that way. And I kind of resolved that I don't want to feel that way again. If I'm ever in the position of lying in the hospital or lying somewhere dying, I don't want to have anything that's dependent on me and that I'm worrying about. So I think Busby and Birdie are going to be my last pets. Even though I love dogs, I love animals, but I don't want to be lying somewhere dying and being afraid, having that fear again of what's going to happen to them. I'm sure, you know, I know that family would make sure that either they would take them in themselves, or they'd make sure that they went to a good home. But still, I think I would feel better if I didn't have that weighing on me if I'm ever in that situation again. So, those are my 3. I guess I will try to type these out in the comment section. Answer if you want. See you later. I gotta catch my breath. Bye.